How's it going, boys and girls? Now that we're all virtual, I decided that since I have a lot of free time now, I want to kind of make some videos to help you guys out to remember these concepts and be ready for your test that's coming up here in a few days. And I know one of the lessons I taught personally, and I kind of thought it was hard, is area of figures with fractional side lengths. So just to break this down, a fractional side length is going to be something like this. We get a square here, or rectangle, it's 2.5 times 5, or width of 5. And our fractional side length is going to be this one right here, because we have 2 and then a half. It definitely kind of makes it tricky. It's not as straightforward and as easy as we think it would be to solve it. You know, if we had just had 5 times 2, all we'd have to do is use our area formula. Area equals length times width, and multiply that, and we know that would be 10. But now, we come over here, we have 2.5 times 5. Good way to break this up is use our partial product skills. I know everyone really likes that in class, and I think it's super cool. You guys are so fast at it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that myself. So I'm going to do 2 times 5. I'm going to put that in parentheses. 2 times 5. Then we get a plus. Then we're going to have a half times 5. 1/2 times 5. Kind of running out of room there. But let's see if I can make this a little wider. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So now we have 2 times 5 plus 1/2 times 5. Now all we do is just multiply our parts. We already know 2 times 5. That's going to give us 10. And then we're going to have plus half times 5. Oh boy. This is where it kind of gets tricky. This is where we kind of have to break up our 5 into different parts. So the good thing, I'll use my hand here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Let's hope you can. So I have 5 fingers. Each is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I want to do half of this, I really can't, right? Because I can grab 3 fingers, which that's definitely not half, because that's half of 6. But yeah, I can grab 2 fingers, which I'm like, well, still, same situation. That's half of 4. So I need to find a number that's somewhere between 2 and 3 to give us our half for 5. So easy way to do that is it's gonna be 2.5, because that's the only number that's between 2 and 3. So we know that's gonna be 2.5. So I'm just gonna do 2 and 1/2. So you know all that right there. So what I'm gonna do now is draw a little arrow right here, so we know where our answer is at. And I'm gonna write this in blue. So now we just have to add 10 plus 2.5, which is gonna give us 12.5. And that's gonna be our answer for this. What's special about this answer is that we have these things called square units. We gotta make sure we include those square units. I just went ahead and kind of scribbled that down right there. I know. Hope all this is kind of making sense, or we remember this from class. So if I just go ahead, I'm going to clear all this right off my screen. Now you guys have had a chance to look at it. Remember here in class, we kind of made a little table. Here we go. And on this side, on the left side, right over here, everyone can see that. Remember, we had like a half, we'd have like a third, and a fourth. Kind of just to keep this in our mind, because it's kind of important to have when we start getting into book problems. And I'm going to do one of those after this, but this is going to help us. So I don't know if we remember or not. We had square numbers where, like 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4 is 16, and so on. like 5 times 5 is 25. So we need to keep that in mind for this. So if I flip over to another screen here, see if it'll let me. Nope, hold on. Let me stop my share my screen. I know we're all kind of learning this at the same time. So I think here we go. Here we go. This is what exactly what I wanted to show you. So you guys have all done this problem already. It's in your math journal. I think it's in lesson 1-4. I think it's going to be right around page 11 and 12, if I recall right. But what I'm talking about here is going back, before we go back to that little table. So this problem has 2 2/3 feet and 3 feet. But yet we have these little hash marks here. And it's saying 1/3 and 1/3. And I'm going to go ahead and circle that for us. 1/3 and 1/3. So that's giving us length and width of these little tiny tiles right here. Everyone can see that right there, right in here. So what that's saying is we have a bunch of little tiles that are 1/3 foot by 1/3 foot. So let's flip back real quick. See if I can get us there quick. Come back to our whiteboard. Gotta hit share. So here we go. We're back. So this one they're talking about 1/3 and 1/3. And remember, we gotta keep in mind our square numbers. So remember it, because that just made a little square there for us. So if I want to know how many little squares are in 1 foot and they're all half by a half, man, instead of counting all that, we just have a trick. You can take your denominator here, right here. So let's just say we have 2. So if I do 2 times 2, I can write a 4 over here. And that means there's going to be 4 tiles in 1 foot if our little tiles are 1/2 by 1/2. Remember, we're all talking square units here. That's why we have little squares. So if 1/3 times 1/3, or we have 1/3 by 1/3 tiles, we do 3 times 3. That means there's going to be 9 tiles in 1 square foot, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty quick trick. And same with 1/4. We have 1/4 by 1/4 little tile. That means we're going to have 16 tiles in 1 square foot. Because all I did was 4 times 4. So if you know your square number, you're going to be able to do this easily. So here we go. See if I can get us back real quick. Okay. Here we go. Okay, now we're back. Come back to this problem. We knew that our tiles are 1/3 foot by 1/3 foot. Because it says here, over right here, number 2, it says Roger's shower is 2 2/3 feet wide and 3 feet long. He's going to cover the floor of the shower with square tiles that measure 1/3 foot on each side. So that's what we did. We went ahead and circled all of these. It's going to help us out here. So then part A wants to know, how many tiles will Roger need to cover the shower floor? It says use a picture to help. And what's going to, how many tiles? So man, that little trick we just learned is going to help us out. So when I showed us there's 1/3 foot, 1/3 foot little tiles, that means there's going to be 9 tiles in a square foot. So all we have to do, I'm going to go up top here and just connect the little hash marks. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not right. Oh no, it is right. I tricked myself. Because we look at it, we have 2 2/3 feet. So that means if I change my color here, go back, I'll pick out these 3 tiles. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be 1. 1 foot. And if I change my color again, we'll do yellow. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, and 3. It's going to give us 2. And if I change my color here again, we'll use green. You got 1, 2. Man, that's not giving us a full foot. So that's where our 2/3 come into play. That makes sense. Because since we know there should be 9 tiles in a square foot, we only have 8 across here. So it's not giving us a full square foot, where it would be 3 by 3 square. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and erase that stuff. And we're going to go right down the side to give us the other set of our tiles. And I'm going to do this in green. So all we got to do is just connect a little hash mark. So I'm going to start here. Oh, whoops. So I have my eraser on. 1. Get the pen back. Whoops, gotta fix all this. There we go. Now we just gotta go down the side here. So before we forget, we're gonna have 8 up here. And then we're gonna have 9 down the side. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just go back and count those again, because I think I messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. I'm going to go ahead and write that over here. So we got 9. So we have 8 tiles by 9 tiles. This is going to really help us out. So then for part A here, it says how many tiles will Roger need to cover the shower floor? It says use a picture to help. So that's exactly what we did. So we're trying to figure out tiles. We have 8 tiles by 9 tiles. So man, we got 2 numbers. We have a length and a width. We just go ahead and use our area formula. So I'll write area equals, we will write 8 times 9. Pretty good, right? And then if we know our 8's times table, we're going to know that's 72. And we have 72 tiles on the shower floor. So I'm going to go ahead and write 72 here. 72. Boom, there we go. We got part A. And that wants to know here for part B is how many of Roger's tiles does it take to cover 1 square foot? Okay. Now, let's just flip back to our table quick. See if I'll get us there quick. Go back to our whiteboard. So I said, we have right here on our left-hand side, we're looking at our table, and these are our fractional side lengths. And on our problem, we're working with 1/3. So we already have the answer to this problem. All we have to do is look at 1/3 and multiply 3 times 3, or our denominator by itself is going to give us 9. So what that means is there's 9 little squares in 1 square foot. So we can flip back super quick. We're going to have our answer. So I'm going to go ahead, I kind of went through and erase our work, but we know 72 for part A. And then for part B, we know it's going to be 9. Awesome. So now we just got to scroll down. I'll get rid of those. So we already have those in. Now it wants to know, use your answers to part A and B to find the area of Roger's shower floor in square feet. So we know for part A, it was 72 after we found the area. And then B, we knew it was 9 in 1 square foot. And now part C wants us to find out the area of the shower floor in square feet. So it wants an answer and a number sentence. So all we have to do is make a division sentence. So we have 72. We know that's how many tiles we have total. And we know there's 9 tiles in 1 square foot. So I'm going to do 72 divided by, see if I'll get this right. My pen's being kind of funny. Divided by 9. And we know 8 times 9, which we already did, it gave us 72. So there we go, we have our answer. We have 8. So the shower floor is 8 square feet. Pretty easy. I think we can handle this. So that's all I'm going to kind of show you for this little video. Hopefully in the future, they get a little bit quicker, a little bit faster. I just want to say thank all of you for watching this. I appreciate it, and I hope it helps you out. Good luck, everyone.